Good morning, bonjour, buongiorno. I'm Mark Engstrom. I'm Interim Director of the Royal Ontario Museum, and I'm delighted to welcome you today to the museum today as we unveil our sensational new exhibition, Pompeii in the Shadow of the Volcano, which opens this Friday night. I think on some schedules it says Saturday. Friday night, if you come, you can see the exhibition, as well, of course, as today with our preview. I'm delighted to welcome you all, and to start us off this morning, I'd like to welcome Francesco Pellegrino to join us to perform a traditional Italian song. Francesco is the creator and founder of Vesuvius Ensemble, whose mission is to preserve the cultural legacy created from the traditions of Naples and the surrounding area of southern Italy. So, Francesco?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to say thank you to the ROM to organize this amazing exhibition to celebrate our history, our culture. And I want to say welcome to the Italian people here, particularly Luigia. And I'm just going to read a few lines that in a beautiful letter Gaius Plinius Secundus he sent to Tacitus regarding the eruption. I'm working on this letter, actually two letters, to translate in Neapolitan. Maybe we can create something in music, we can make something in music, who knows. And then the smell of sulfur tells you that the fire comes, and slowly your breath begins to lose life over a light of a cloth. A sip of moon lumbers. It falls asleep forever, caressing the water. Cloud of white, cloud of dirty, cloud of earth that does not knock first, cloud of rock, cloud of fire, cloud of ash, crooked iron. Now I'm going to sing a lament, a cappella, an ancient song. We don't know which kind of music they used to sing, they used to play at that time, but maybe, this is the kind of music they used to sing.
Caruda una stella rociera e mezzo mare se spampanat. Arinda si asciuga una bella figliola che ricenga becculla nelle mani.
Thank you.
Molto grazie, Francesco. What a wonderful way to start our festivities today. Pompeii is one of the most storied natural disasters and one of the world's most important archaeological sites in history. It's a story of a moment frozen in time, almost 2,000 years ago, and it emphasizes history's relevance to our lives today as the ongoing impact of natural disasters and volcanoes. Since we've announced this exhibition, there has been explosive volcanoes in Chile and in Japan, and the story of Pompeii is one that's played out almost weekly on our television screens. This week, we open the exhibition to all of you in Toronto, and we firsthand tell the story of Pompeii, and we're trying to tell the story of Pompeii in a new way. And we're using the canvas of the Michaelichin crystal to portray the story of Mount Vesuvius. And I think if you watch this week and you watch each evening, you'll see the volcano projected from about 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the surface of the museum. And the volcano is getting angrier and angrier as the week goes on. And if you come on Friday night, I think you'll see a very explosive event happen on Friday night as we open the exhibition. So putting on an exhibition of this importance doesn't happen by any one agency alone, and it requires generous partners and sponsors. And on behalf of the ROM, I'd like to thank the many people and partners who have offered their support, including our exhibit patrons, Moira and Alfredo Romano. I believe Moira is here with us today, who are great friends of the museum, and Air Canada Cargo, who provided safe passage of the artifacts for the exhibition. Somebody was asking me last night at an event, how do you pack all of these delicate objects and get them to Toronto? Well, the packing is the part that we're very used to at the museum, so we're great packers, and we can supervise other great packers, but shipping it is another set of expertise, and that was provided by Air Canada. We have our media partners who are helping us promote the exhibition, the Toronto Star and CTV. Our programming partners, Toronto's Italian Cultural Institute and its acting director, Alessandro Ruggiera. The Italian Contemporary Film Festival, which is tomorrow launches a week of outstanding cinema and will be showing clips promoting the Pompeii exhibition. Our exhibition partners, the Superintendents for Archaeological Heritage of Naples, and we're pleased to have Luigia Malelu and Pasquale Musella, who are here with us direct from Italy. The archaeological depositories of Pompeii, Herculaneum, and Stabia have provided the materials that you're seeing today, and Stefano Vanacore is here with us. The Italian Ministry of Cultural Heritage and Tourism have helped us, and from the Consulate General of Italy in Toronto, we're pleased to welcome the Consul General Giuseppe Pastorelli, and who's going to be sharing greetings with us in a few minutes. We've also had the help of the Embassy of Italy in Ottawa, the Government of Canada, and the Embassy of Canada in Rome. And it's interesting with all these partners, the ROM in several cases for its exhibitions works with our counterparts, in this case in Italy, to develop the exhibitions, to develop the storyline and choose the objects. It requires a lot of negotiation, it requires a lot of help, and we're dealing with multiple institutions, and it takes years. We've been working on this exhibition for at least 3 years. And it requires intense help from partners, and so we want to really thank everyone. The Montreal Museum of Fine Arts is here with us today, and Pompeii and we're collaborating with the Montreal Museum. It marks our third collaboration with them, and with us today is Natalie Bondil, who's Director and Chief Curator, and her colleagues from the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. So if you want to see a different kind of installation of this exhibition, travel to Montreal after it leaves Toronto in January and see it there. We're also especially pleased, we have a special treat today. We have Mattia Bondono, who's a veteran tour guide, and he brings these direct from Pompeii. And Mattia is renowned in Pompeii for his enthusiasm in bringing the stories of the ancient city to life. And if you see him in the exhibition, you'll have the opportunity to speak with you. You'll hear his enthusiasm directly. Mattia, are you here? Can you stand up? So here's Mattia. So try to find him in the exhibition today and learn about the city from someone who knows it firsthand. Likewise, this morning we had our Roman greeters. If you'd been with us last night, the Roman greeters had no shirts. Today they're in full armor. But our Roman greeters, I'd like to thank David Blaine and his colleague Robert Sacco of Great Lake reenactors who have helped us bring this ambiance, the special ambiance to the proceedings this morning. So right now I'd like to introduce Paul Denis, who is Assistant Curator in the ROM's World Cultures Department and is our exhibit lead curator. So Paul, can you tell us a little bit about the exhibition?
Thank you, Mark. I would also like to thank all of you for coming here today, and in particular I would like to welcome the Consul General of Italy, Giuseppe Pastorelli. Thank you. I'm especially grateful to the Government of Italy, the Superintendents of the Archaeological Heritage of Naples and the Archaeological Depositories in Pompeii, Herculaneum, and Stabia for loaning the ROM 200 fabulous objects that you will be seeing and enjoying in just a few moments. Their extraordinary generosity is evident throughout the exhibition. The exhibition, Pompeii in the Shadow of the Volcano, was the result of teamwork. Two other persons who played an important role in making this show a reality and a great show are Kate Cooper and Catherine Donnell. They're standing right there. Kate and Catherine will be circulating through the exhibition, and don't be shy, you can ask them questions. And from the Greek and Roman section, I'd like to thank our collections technician, Kei Sunahara. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the unsung heroes, our exceptional crew from Exhibit Design, Luciana Calvet, Dave Hollins, Richard Leahy, David Sadler, Tom Hendrickson, and our preparators led by Andy O'Mara. One of the most important themes of the exhibition is that although the eruption of Mount Vesuvius destroyed Pompeii, ironically, at the same time, the volcano preserved many of the buildings and thousands of artifacts. As a result, a very minor Roman city like Pompeii has become one of the most important archaeological sites in the world. In the exhibition, you will learn about the science of the eruption, exactly what type of volcano Mount Vesuvius was, and see a cross-section of daily life in Pompeii, from simple carpenter's tools, pots and pans from a kitchen, to superb sculpture in marble and bronze, and exquisite examples of silverware from the homes of the wealthy. Finally, the last section of the exhibition is called The Human Toll, and here we present 13 casts of those who perished, the victims of Pompeii. The Italians were extremely generous in allowing the ROM a global first. 5 of the casts were produced by 3D laser printing technology. And the ROM is the first museum outside of Italy to display the results of this cutting-edge technology. The other 8 casts are made the traditional way with plaster. I must emphasize that the casts are not the original casts made in the late 19th, 20th century, and as such, they do not contain any human remains. And so, thank you very much for your attention, and in just a few minutes, you will be enjoying the exhibition. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. And I would like to just echo Paul's comments and give a shout out to our exhibition team and our curators, who, I'm biased, but I think that's the best exhibition we've ever put on in that space. It's fantastic. Thanks, Paul.
If I'm the last speaker to stand between you and the exhibition, I will be very short. First of all, I would like to bring the greetings from Italy, from the Ministry of Culture, from the Sovrintendenza dei Beni Archeologici di Napoli, from the Sovrintendenza Speciale di Pompeii, Stabia ed Ercolano, and from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Today is a very special day for us. It's a day where we celebrate Italian culture in Toronto. It's a day in which we pay tribute to the wonderful Italian community and Italian-Canadian community who helped build this country. And I'm even happier because we have the opportunity to open the exhibition during the Italian Heritage Month in Ontario. These are all reasons why we think that we not only proud because culture is our biggest heritage, and we want to share with our closest partners. And Canada and the Royal Ontario Museum is among them. And I would like to take the chance of this press conference and the initial talks we had with the Museo Archeologico di Napoli, and I wish to thank her representative here, that we may continue a close dialogue and a very fruitful cooperation in archaeological fields. Italy is full of treasures. You have the expertise, the assets to help us to value these treasures. And I hope we will be able to have the same collaboration that Italy has with a number of important partners elsewhere, in the United States, in Japan, and in other countries. Because we see the whole point as to give the opportunity to a wider audience to enjoy the beauty of Italy, the beauty of archaeology, the beauty of its culture and arts. And we want to share it with friends and, thanks to them, expose it to a wider audience. So that's why I'm so happy that for the next 6 months, Torontonians will enjoy this exhibition. We have already arranged with a number of schools visits to the Royal Ontario Museum. You know, there are many schools where Italian is taught, and we thought it was very important for these kids to come here to be exposed to a part of their heritage and part of their culture. I wish to conclude with a special thanks to Rome. Without you, it would have not been possible to have this exhibition. I've been looking at the exchange of letters. It started some time ago, the organization of this exhibition, but like every precious thing, takes time to come to life. And you did a great job. I had the pleasure to see the exhibition yesterday, and I like the way that it is displayed because it's educational as well as contemporary life in Pompeii at that time and art. So these are the three elements that I suggest you to read the exhibition. And the educational component is very important because it tells a story. It tells a story that some people know, others don't. And that's why I encourage schools to come and have this experience. Grazie. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Giuseppe, and believe me, the pleasure of the partnership is all ours. Thank you. The exhibition is complemented with a dynamic calendar of lectures, events, and family activities that go throughout the run of the exhibition, which opens up this Friday night and runs until January 2nd. And so you'll see programming throughout the length of the exhibition, and it starts off with Pompeii Big Weekend, which starts this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't come Friday night, please come on the weekend. And of course, but don't miss the explosive Friday Night Live, which is going to, so I remind you again that you should come on Friday night. It's not to be missed. Other details on the programs can be found in your media kit and online at the exhibition's dedicated website, which is rom.on.ca/Pompeii. Our curators will be in the exhibition hall if you'd like media interviews. And also please speak to our ROM communication staff who can help you find people who can tell you about the exhibition details. So please enjoy the exhibition. Take photographs, including selfies, as much as you would like. Use #RomPay and share the news with your friends and family.